When it comes down to disappointing other people or disappointing yourself, choose other people all the time. It is your job in life to disappoint as many people as you can so you do not disappoint yourself.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Waldina. Today I'm going to talk about a very specific topic, being selfish. Now, I know being selfish has a really negative rep because a lot of us believe that being selfish is a bad thing. But today I kind of want to give a different perspective because a lot of women are praised to being selfless, to prioritize everybody else besides their own. However, I feel like a lot of us do ourselves a disservice. A lot of us prioritize other people so much to the point that we can forget about ourselves. Sometimes we can be low in battery, we can be low spiritually, physically, mentally, and we're still giving to others. But like we everybody knows, you cannot fill somebody's cup if your cup is empty. Okay, so you need to prioritize yourself first, and then you can provide and put other people in your life, prioritize other people. But I want to share a couple of videos of perspective from different women's that talk about being selfish. I don't want you to see the word selfish as a bad thing. I want you to see in a different perspective, as to you're putting yourself first, not in an egocentric way, not that the world just revolves around you, just in a way where you're prioritizing yourself first before you're putting others, um or prioritize others in your life. So I'm going to post those videos first and then I'll come back with my commentary. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think so far about being selfish. What do you guys think about? Do you think it's a bad thing? Let me know in the comments down below.
Be selfish in your life, in your career. Think about yourself all of the time.
What does being selfish mean?
Meaning that when you're in a situation that doesn't serve you, you think of yourself first. Oftentimes we're in these situations that aren't serving us and we're thinking about how the other person's going to feel.
Come here, baby. You need to hear this. Listen, there's never going to be the right time. There's never going to be the right time to choose yourself. There's never going to be the right time for you to decide that you are the most important relationship in your life. There's never going to be the right time for you to start prioritizing yourself. You are waiting, you are postponing, you are hoping that things will change so that when you do decide, no one will be disappointed. Listen, there will always be disappointed. Someone will always have something to say. The right time to choose yourself is now. Oh my God, even in those toxic friendships and toxic relationships that you're in, there's not going to be the right time for you to leave. The right time is that moment when you decide that you have had enough. So stop postponing your life. Stop waiting for the right time to come. It's not going to.
I want to make this video very short and sweet. And it brings me no joy to talk about a topic like this. It has to be addressed. Men are very selfish, and that is something we ought to learn from them as women. Men leave situations that no longer benefit them. Men respect their boundaries, and they move on when they need to. A man can promise you something and never fulfill it if at that moment in time he doesn't feel the need to anymore. They have no loyalties to us. And I know firsthand how hard it is to walk away from a situation, from somebody that you love and something that you're desperately trying to make work. But if this person is not treating you right, not loving you right, not showing you any respect, please learn to walk away and put yourself first. It will only benefit you in the long run. Trust me.
I became extremely selfish with my time this year, and I'm very happy about it. See, I've wasted a lot of time being unselfish, and I'll tell you what that unselfishness has costed me. It costed me the most prominent and prime years of my life, from the age of 20 all the way up until my mid-30s. I ran a successful business on paper for a very long time in the HR industry, and it went to shits because I was so unselfish that I put everything else a priority other than my business. And so one day I got sick and tired of it and shut down the company and was broke. I was just never selfish enough to put myself first and dedicate myself to one craft or one art, even when it excited me the most. And I had to hit rock bottom, and I mean complete rock bottom in my life to be able to turn around my life. But the one thing that did change after hitting rock bottom and becoming older and turning 35 and going through the worst shit in my life, I became so selfish with myself, with my time, with my priorities, with my goals, with my worth, with who I am, that I realized being selfish should be the standard for a woman, because we're taught from such an early age to be so unselfish and say yes and okay and put our head down and listen to everyone else.
One thing I love about men is the fact that when it comes to their happiness, they don't compromise. When it comes to their standard, they don't compromise. If a man is with a woman currently, he's only with her because at that moment, he knows that this is what I can afford. She can manage me. She can tolerate me. But I know that when I have what I am looking for, there is my dream girl I am going to go and pursue. And I don't care what this other woman is going to think about it. I would leave when the time is right. Men are not emotionally attached when it comes to your happiness. A man can be upset with you, his wife, his girlfriend, and go out there and cheat on you without even thinking twice. Because at that moment, that is what makes him happy. Stop thinking about what people will say. Stop putting yourself last and start putting yourself first. Start learning from men. If a man cheats, a woman will make excuses for why he cheats and try to do everything, to bring him home and blame the other woman he cheated with and say, oh, it's the side chick. Oh, it's this one. She was the one that threw herself at my man. Forgetting that your man was fully aware of his actions. But if you mistakenly, I said mistake because you cheat and he finds out, he will never forgive you. He will call you all sorts of names. A man will not compromise his standard. If a man's dream is to get married to a certain type of woman with a body shape, a particular color, complexion, probably it's with a dark-skinned woman, but in his dream girl is a light-skinned woman, he would do everything in his power to go get his dream girl when he has everything he wants. But you are stuck there in a loveless relationship, in a loveless marriage. You're in a relationship where you have other concubines. He has about 4 different girlfriends. You additional, make it 5. You are there. You are seeking for his attention. Pick me, pick me, pick me. You're doing everything to please him so that they pick you. But a man cannot even stand the thought that he is in a competition with another man over you, that you're sleeping with other men and he's also there. He can't stand it. He would rather walk away. You're in a relationship where the man is not taking care of you financially, sexually, emotionally, but you are there simply because you are afraid. What will people say? That I left my man because he does not have money? That I left my man because he cannot satisfy me sexually? That I left my man because he's this? You will start thinking about what people say. But when have you seen a man sat down and say, what will people say if I leave this woman that has been with me since when I had nothing? I built this empire and now I want to go and run off with a 17 or a 20 years old girl and start a family. What will people think? Have you ever seen a man sit down and have this conversation? Because if you have seen, all the second wife marriages you are saying would not have been an issue, because men would be very considerate and say, oh, let me not hurt this good woman that have been with me. Learn to be selfish, ladies. If something is not working for you, walk away. Study men. They don't compromise their standard. If they want a slim woman, they go for a slim woman. So you, if you want a rich man, why are you not going for a rich man? Oh, I don't want people to think I'm a gold digger. Welcome, Mother Teresa. If you want a man that is sexually this and that, why are you not going for that man? Oh, because I didn't want people to think that you care about what people think as a woman. That is why you are stuck where you are. I made a post about how women that their husband wants to divorce them and they have kids, like 4 or 5 kids, that they should leave the kids with the husband and go establish themselves financially. And then when they know that they are financially stable, emotionally stable to come carry those kids, you come back and carry your kids when you are financially and emotionally stable for that responsibility. And women were in my comment section bashing me left, right, and center and say, oh, I can never do that. Oh, you're saying all of this because you don't have kids yet, because you're not, so also of rubbish, because you feel that there is a gold medal that is going to be awarded to you at the end of the year or at the end of your lifetime as the woman that has persevered and endured the most as a good woman. Do you think there's a medal for good woman? People will listen, she's a good woman, but nothing is attached to that. If you want to be happy in this life, you must shut everything people say around you and focus on your happiness. If they want to say, oh, so now you want to become a divorcee? Yes, I want to become a divorcee because I want to be happy. So you want to leave your relationship? Yes, I want to leave. This man that sent you to school and did everything for you, now you don't want him anymore. Most of you are stuck in situation like that. Oh, he was the one that paid my rent and sent me to school. Now I don't know what to do. I want to marry him because you want to compensate him. But a woman that stayed with a man when he had nothing until he became something, he will leave one day and say, I've found somebody else. There's a couple on TikTok. He just got married to his second wife. I saw the video of the first wife 2 years ago, 2022. She just had a baby. That's 2 years ago. So that baby should be like probably two years plus or a year plus. He still left her with the baby and the other children for his new young wife, and he's posting it on social media. He does not care what people say about him, but you care about what people say about you. That's why you are stuck where you are. Learn from men. If something is not working for you, it's not serving you anymore, walk away. Yes, let people say what they want to say, but your happiness is all that matters. Because you see, a man will go for the woman he wants to go for. Anything you like, see, if you like, swear for him. If you like, curse him and say, he will still do what he wants to do. So why aren't you doing what you want to do? Have a nice day, ladies. I love you. Kisses.
I came to this conclusion recently, and I don't know who need to hear this, but you got to be selfish with yourself. You got to be selfish with yourself. You can't let people make you feel guilty for being selfish with yourself. That's the name of the season. It's my selfish era. Invite only. You cannot come. It's me versus everybody else. The thing with being selfish with yourself is you won't upset a lot of people. Because when you're selfish with yourself, that means you found your worth. You found your value. You understand what you need and you deserve with yourself. And you're being super unapologetic about it. Problem is, the people over here that making you feel guilty about it, they don't have that power, that control over you no more. So they don't like your selfish era because they don't get to be a part of it. And they make you feel bad about it. Then it's like, hold on. Hey, when you had me, you didn't appreciate me. When I was doing all these things for you, you didn't care. Now that I recognize and I know my worth, throwing the deuces at you. 2023 is around the corner. I don't have time for misery loves company people. I don't have time for narcissistic behaviors, bipolar personalities. We on my time. Sorry.
Let's talk selfishness and how to have the best selfish era ever. Some of you have been so wrapped up into doing things because other people have wanted you to do them, or doing things based on your socialization and your conditioning. Those are the things that your mom, your dad, your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles told you needed to do, how they showed you to be a woman, that you really have been living your own life from a place that was not about who you are, what you want, your pleasures, or what you want to feel. And there's often a lot of guilt around being selfish, especially when it comes to Black women, because we're taught that we have to be respectful of our parents and be respectful of our elders, even if you well into your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But now is the time for you to recognize that you get to take care of yourself. You get to reclaim your power. You get to step back into your divine feminine. And you get to do what you want to do simply because you want to do it. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to take that selfish position in your life, because life rewards the selfish woman. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. A woman who puts her needs first, who puts her pleasure first, who puts her desires first, will always get what she wants, because that's what she is focused on. And energy flows where focus and attention goes. So anything that you focus your energy and your attention on, it will grow. Life will recognize that that is what you want more of, and it will give you more of the pleasure, more of the joy, more of the things that you are creating for yourself. So start being a little bit more selfish with your time. Start being a little bit more selfish with your energy, and start being a lot more selfish about how you take care of yourself over pleasing and taking care of others. It's time for you to start having your selfish girl era and bring on that soft girl era.
Everybody's in their like eras. Oh, it's my soft girl era. It's my era. I am in my most selfish bitch era ever. When I tell y'all, I do not care about what anybody else has going on. I truly don't give a shit. I literally deleted my Instagram, not like the whole account, but like I just took the app off of my phone, because I find myself in people's business or like knowing stuff that I don't care about. I don't give a fuck what you ate today. I don't give a fuck where you went today. I don't care about any of that. And I know my mom is going to watch this. Stop cursing, but mom, curse words show emphasis. I truly do not give a fuck about what anybody else is doing right now. Like, I am so self-absorbed. I pray to God nobody thinks, oh, you're worried about me. You're not me. Not right now, at least. Like, y'all, I am so focused on myself, and probably one of the happiest that I've ever been. Don't wake up seeing what anybody else is doing. I don't care. I just focus on myself all day, and I pour into myself, and I love on myself, and I do everything for myself.
So you should be so caught up in your own life with whatever it could be. I mean, you could be reading a book, you could be going on a jog, you could be cooking dinner, cleaning your house, whatever it may be. You should be so caught up in your own life that you don't even pay attention to the fact that, oh, he didn't even text me back. Because what does it matter? I literally had a guy last week, he texted me and I saw the message, but I was so busy doing something else that I did not reply to him. A whole week went by. He then reminded me like, hey, you know, I texted you. You didn't see my text? And I was like, you know what? I really didn't. Like, I'm so sorry. And then he called me Hollywood. Who cares? But it's just the principle of, mama, be so caught up in your own life that what a dude is doing doesn't even matter. Like, you're too busy to even care what he's doing. Don't chase no man, period. Allow him to work for you.
Hey guys, to the people who be like, oh, I'm gonna have my kids young, get my kids out the way so I can use my 40s and 50s and 60s for traveling. Y'all is not eating it. Travel today. Your 20s is to be selfish. Let's take this narrative back and use our 20s to be completely selfish. Your 20s should be about you. It should be about career building opportunities and building up your self-esteem, self-confidence, finding out what you like, what you don't like. It's really when you create the woman who you're going to be later on in life. Yes, I'm patting, because y'all said I was doing my makeup like shit the other time. So, you know, I got to be on point today. But yeah, let's take this narrative back on our 20s. I totally believe that you will literally have the rest of your life to be somebody's mom, to be somebody's wife, to be somebody's partner, and to put your kids and your family first. Your 20s is probably the only time in your life that you'll have that can be dedicated to just you, building yourself up, deciding the women that you want to be, finding out what you like, finding out what you don't like. You really get to build yourself up from scratch in your 20s. So I don't think that your 20s should be used to have kids or get your kids out the way or whatever they be saying. Your 20s should be for you. Be as selfish as you can. Travel, solo travel. Find out the type of men you like, what you want in a marriage, what you don't want in a marriage. Get your degrees up. Get educated. Go to school. Find a career that you like. Find a career that you're passionate about. Do a business. Find a hobby. Do it all. Why? Because you don't have no kids and you can do whatever you want to do. Be selfish.
Luckily for me, being called selfish or the word selfish in itself is just no longer an insult. It's like so many people benefit from you being selfless and from you doing things for them first or thinking about other people first. And for some reason, you're always the one that pays for that. You're always the one that suffers because of that. And it's like so many people, especially women, I want women to be more selfish. I want women to think about themselves more because we're taught to be extremely selfless to everyone, to our husbands, to our children, to everyone else. And then that leads to burnout, or that leads to resentment, or that leads to so many other things that women deal with, depression and anxiety and all of those things, right? And this happens to all people, not just women, but I'm speaking to women specifically because the world benefits so much from us being selfless. I'm going to self-advocate. I'm going to think about myself because the best way for me to be a better person to other people is if I'm a good person to myself. The fruit of me being so good to myself that it overflows to other people is the goal. It is not me giving you all of me and being completely freaking empty and then having to try to fill myself back up to then pour my... No, I want to fill other people up from the overflow of what's happening inside. I want to be so good to people because I am so good to myself. I want to be completely open to life because I'm completely open to myself and all of the parts of me. So then I can do that for other people.
Okay, guys, so you saw the videos about being selfish. I want you to see that perspective in a good way. Okay, not of course, I'm not saying go overboard and just think about yourself and don't think about other people. No, this is coming from someone who was very selfless. Okay, I was so selfless to the point that I would not prioritize my own health. So for example, there was moments where I was sick, or I just wasn't feeling well, or I was just tired. Let's just say I had a long day at work. And then if a friend would call me, hey, can you come and do this? I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, let me go. You know? Or if I am just so tired, oh, let me do this, let me do that. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I only have maybe $10 in my account, and somebody asks me for $10, I'll give them. So this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to being selfish, I'm talking about to a point where you need to have a balance. You need to have boundaries and prioritize yourself first. If you can't, if you don't have enough battery, if you don't have enough energy to pour into someone, do not do it, because you are going to end up resenting the other person. You're going to end up being more tired, being more resentful, and just, it's just not good for anybody. So, being selfish in that sense, prioritize yourself, prioritize your mental health, your physical health, your finances first before you can help other people. Okay. So, this is the message that I want to give to all the women out there, especially who are overly, overly selfless. Okay. There's nothing wrong of being selfless, but please prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself, and you see the difference. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this segment. I would love to continue just teaching women multiple things that I learned in life. I just turned 30, so it's an exciting journey, and I want every woman to learn just just to be mature. I want women to learn. I want to give the perspective of what I've learned so far in my 20s and share that knowledge so you can do better than me. Okay. So yes, make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you know when I post next time. See you next time.